Okay, I'm in my truck and I'm driving, and I had the thought: what if you were driving or what if you were on a path and you're moving in a direction, and you realize that you're not heading towards the destination that you thought you were going to be heading towards. I mean, there are signs, there are things that you're seeing like, okay, this doesn't look right. This doesn't feel right. What do? You just keep driving and just keep hoping, well, let me just keep moving, and it'll all work out. Or do you have the self-awareness to say, okay, maybe I need to stop and look at the directions again. Maybe I need to just make sure I'm supposed to be heading west, and I think I'm heading east. What in the world? Like, I mean, do you have enough self-awareness to even know that you're not moving in the right direction? Maybe you're not completely going in the opposite direction, but maybe you're just a few degrees off. You're just a little bit off. But a few degrees off, over time, you will be way off. So wisdom would tell me that at some point I've got to sort of audit my life, where I am at. Am I moving along the path and in the direction that I want to go with my marriage, with my health, with my work, my career, with relationships, friendships, family? If not, then I don't know why it is that as a culture we have lost the. I mean, it feels like we have lost the ability to just be sometimes self-aware of where we are, and we just keep moving right along. And it reminds me of the in the movie, one of my favorite comedies, Dumb and Dumber. So Jim Carrey, who plays the character Lloyd, he looks at Jeff Daniels, who plays Harry. Not looks at him, but they're in the car, right? It's at the very beginning, towards the beginning of the movie, right? And they're in the big sheepdog van or whatever. They're heading out to Colorado, and Lloyd, he's tired, and he's driving, and just for a moment he gets distracted, and he looks over at Harry, and for just that moment was when there was a fork coming up in the road, and he needed to go one direction, but in that moment of distraction, he went the other direction. So instead of heading to the Rocky Mountains, he finds himself, after who knows, miles and miles or hours of driving, out in the middle of just flat land, nowhere. And life is like that. Life is sometimes like that. We get distracted. We get distracted by things. All kinds of things can distract us, but maybe it's those distractions that are keeping our eye off of where we need to be going, and are distracting us to where we're not aware of the path that we're even on. We're not even looking up long enough from our phones to see where we're walking. We're like the guy or the girl or whoever is, crossing the intersection, looking down at their phone, and they're not looking up. And we've seen these people, and we're like, dude, look up. You're gonna get hit. Something's gonna happen. You're gonna run into me. The car's gonna run into you. You're gonna run into that light pole or something. I don't know, but you get my drift. So I don't know. I'm thinking about that right now as I'm driving, and let's not be surprised when we don't get to the destination that we thought we were going towards. I mean, it's our fault. We have to take some responsibility. It's our fault if we didn't stop and really make an effort to see where we're at and what can be changed. Sometimes it is not drastic, huge changes. Sometimes it's incremental, little changes. Okay, well, I went down this road. Oops, okay, I just need to back up or make a little loop around, and let's get back on that road over there. That's the one I needed to be on. All right, no worries. I mean, I know that's one of the beauties of having like a navigation system. You know, the rerouting. We need that same rerouting in our lives. We need that. Oh, you're not. You're definitely not speaking with love and kindness and building the kind of relationship that you want with others around you. You know, you're not investing. You're not committed. You're not showing up. You know. Okay, so all right, let's rerouting. Let's see if we can do something different today. Let's make a phone call. Let's do an act of service. Let's write a note. Let's send a text message. Let's send an email. I don't know, something. Let's just buy a gift, some small gift, and just surprise them with something that is a show of love and appreciation. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. It little changes, little things. I guarantee you, if you are off track, you did not get off track because of I say not guarantee, but I suspect, maybe that's better. I suspect, and for most of us, that the course that we're on, if we're not going in the direction that we should be going in, it could have been because of some little small daily decisions that we made. Okay, that's behind us. We cannot undo that. We can't change that right now. What we can do is we can now begin today, start making some small, incremental, daily, different decisions. And so that our tomorrows can be better. And so we can actually get where we want to go. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have probably heard this word before, repent, right? And so I used to kind of think that word meant like remorse, maybe, or like you got to feel feel bad or feel sorry, and maybe there is an element of that in it. But I understand now that the word repent, it actually means to change. To like change directions, change your thinking. It means to stop and do something different. Okay, so like if I'm moving down the road and I realize this road is not going to get me where I want it to go, or where I want to go, or worse, I'm on a road that's going to lead me to heartache and pain and suffering and disaster, and I don't want to be on this road anymore. So I'm going to repent. I'm going to have awareness. I'm going to stop. I have to physically stop the car. And then I'm going to have to rethink. Like, okay, well, what do I do? How do I get on the right path? And I'm going to have to change my direction. I need more of that. I need a lot more of that. I need a lot more of that in every area of my life. I need to do some repenting. Not feeling like, oh, I'm so horrible, and oh, I'm such an idiot for driving down this road. Look at me, big dumb idiot, driving down the wrong road. Here I go again, just being me. You know me, I'm always stupid. I never can get anything right. It's not that. It is just saying, okay, let me, for this moment right now, let me do something different. I'm going to make a change. It's going to be something different that's going to change this direction 1 degree. 1 degree. I'm not going to be mad at myself. I'm going to I need to take responsibility. If I've caused some real issues and some real pain and suffering for others, there may be some reconciliation that needs to happen. There may be some hard conversations, some difficult conversations, some saying I'm sorry, some doing things differently to help amend. It may be that if you've believed for a long time that you were meant to do something different, like with your vocation or your work or your purpose, and you've been running from it, right? You've just been saying, I'm scared, I'm afraid to do it, or I'm afraid to take the risk or take the chance. Well, maybe today's the day to start, square your shoulders up a little bit and say, okay, maybe today I'm going to take the risk. Maybe today I'm going to put together a plan, a strategy. So in 1 week and in 2 weeks or in 1 month, or in 6 months, I'm going to be positioned to make a jump, to make this leap, or to take the risk. I don't know what it is. I mean, we're all in different places, and there's things that we could do right now and that will have immediate effective change. There are things that we could do right now today, but that won't maybe have real effective change for another 3 months or maybe even a year. I don't know what, it's we got to exercise a little bit, some wisdom and some good judgment with that. But I think the idea is just to be self-aware and stop being distracted. We gotta stop with the distractions. Turn the TV off for an evening. Stop doing something that, the video game, or for the phones. Good Lord, how much time do we spend on our phones just doom scrolling? Maybe instead of doom scrolling, why not watch some videos that will help you be encouraged and inspired to change your life? Maybe watch some instructional videos on how to do something different in whatever area of life you want to change. Learn something new and different. So anyway, I don't know. I know it's not just me. We all do this. I think the best when I'm in the car driving, especially when I'm by myself, I've got about a 3-hour drive. My brain, if I turn the radio off and I'm just sitting here, I start thinking of things, and I love to just I like to let my mind relax and just sort of welcome in thoughts of, okay, how can I bring some energy and some joy to my life? How can I bring some encouragement and bring something positive to someone else's life? And if you get quiet enough and still enough and you eliminate enough distractions, you watch. You will find you're gonna open up your mind to all kinds of things, and we just have to listen. We're not listening. We're too distracted. So anyway, I hope this encourages you, and we'll catch you on another video.